morning and welcome to Love Every Moment, coming to you today from Soamesville, Maine. Today's verse is 1 John 3:17. But whoever has the world's goods and sees his brother in need and closes his heart against him, how does the love of God abide in him? Well, a very hard-hitting verse. It gets you right in your pocketbook. God wants to know, do we love him more than we love our money? And this is one way it shows. Let's look at another verse that hits even harder. James 2:15 and 16. If a brother or sister is without clothing and in need of daily food, and one of you says to them, "Go in peace, be warmed, and be filled," and yet you do not give them what is necessary for their body, what use is that? We've all probably heard it. Someone will say something that sounds very Christianese, but it's basically placating them. Something like, "I'll pray for you, brother," or "My thoughts and prayers are with you." And yet they're not really helping at all. It's a way to just pass off the need. That's really too trite. Now, I'm not dissing at all the need for prayer. Of course we should be praying. But it should be backed up with whatever God needs me to do, whether it's money or work or writing a letter or something, then I should be willing to do that as well. Now let's look at one from the Sermon on the Mount of Matthew 5:42. Give to him who asks of you, and do not turn away from him who wants to borrow from you. This comes in the middle of turning the other cheek and giving to them who sue you, give them your coat as well, and loving your enemies even if they persecute you. Really going that extra mile. And it says, give to him and ask of you. It doesn't say any qualifications. But that's what a lot of people bring up. But what if the guy is a moocher? Yes, the Bible has something to say about that, so let's look at this. How about 2 Thessalonians 3:10? For even when we were with you, we used to give you this order. If anyone is not willing to work, then he is not to eat either. So, if someone asks me just for money, and they seem like they're able-bodied and have time, and I could say to them perhaps, well, I need my leaves to be raked. If you do that, I'll give you $20 or whatever the thing might be. That is well within scriptural reason, but of course it goes beyond that. Let's look at one final verse here. We're going through quite a bit. Ephesians 4:28. He who steals must steal no longer, but rather he must labor, performing with his own hands what is good. Now why? Watch this. So that he will have something to share with one who has need. One of the main reasons we work is so that we'll have money to give to others. Most of us in the RV community have some funds. I am retired, I get a retirement, but I do summer jobs so that I'll have some extra money to tithe to people. And this is one of the main reasons. Now, back to the whole moocher thing. If someone comes up and asks for money and I could see that it's a genuine need, then sure, here you go. But if I have any suspicion they might be a moocher, then instead of just saying no, I might want to investigate just a bit more, saying, tell me more, what's going on? And try to find out what's at issue here. Maybe it is a legitimate need, but if not, if I see that they may not be really working, I could share these scriptures with them and see what their response is. Or again, offer for them to work for me and pay them for that. Here's the bottom line. Do I love my brother more than my money? That should be the bottom line. If I'm going to err, I would rather err on the side of love than withholding love. I would rather give money to a moocher and be that my mistake, or rather than not give money to someone who really has a need. Because if I give money to a moocher, God can judge him. But if I don't give money to someone who has a need, God's going to look at me. So let's choose to love every moment, because then we're going to love every moment. I'm your average wretch, and I hope you have a great week.